everyone. This is Donna. I've just received my copy of Endgame and I've read the prologue. And this book is, I know that the press, the UK press and the royals are trying to tell you that this book is trash. It is not. This book is a voice crying in the wilderness. This book, the one thing that came to mind for me was the French royals. There was a man at the French court and he was begging the king and the people at the court to plant potatoes. He had a plan. He told them people were starving. He asked for all of those royals and aristocrats to give some of their land to plant food. They refused to do that. They refused to acknowledge that people were hungry. They refused to change. You see where they ended up. He is saying basically the same thing, that there are issues within the royal family. We know it's true. He says, for instance, though off to a steady start, the ongoing efforts to boost Charles' popularity will never come easy for the institution of the monarchy, regardless of his new station. They're saying that despite the fact he's well liked by world leaders and global power figures, during the life of his mother, he was never fully embraced by power brokers within the system. They're saying, he said that someone told him that Charles may be the king, but William is the future. He says that Charles lived his life at the expense of William and Harry, basically, okay? He talks about that people will never forget that Charles wanted to be a tampon, that people will never forget what he and Camilla did to Diana, and he talks about the destruction that Camilla was willing to commit against William and Harry, and even Charles against Harry, to fix Camilla's public persona. He talks about how Charles sacrificed Harry just to make himself look like a good dad when Harry was having problems. This book is not lying, okay? Some of us have lived long enough to recognize the things that he is saying here. And this is just a prologue. He says that he knows that this book is going to cost him everything as far as being inside of the royal circles, but he doesn't care. He talks about how William never liked Meghan. Just the prologue, okay? The reason why they're attacking this book is because this book is definitely telling the truth, okay? They talk about the difference between Charles and the Queen, that the Queen understood, her duty. We know that she wasn't perfect, but Charles and Camilla are the opposite, because Charles has lived a life in public as an outspoken person, right? And that he's meddled in politics. He's a successful businessman, a flawed father, a philandering husband who destroyed the life of Princess Diana. Okay? It's a legacy he's eager to put behind him now that he is on the throne. I mean, he's coming right out and saying that King Charles destroyed the life of Diana. He's putting this in a book. Well, we know this is true. That is why there's so much being said about this book. Go ahead and buy this book.